Na 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 diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Na 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 diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler.
What up, what up? It's your player partner 2 Chainz checking in, and you already know the day after Christmas, December 26th, I will be gracing the stage live in Jamaica. True.
I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah.
Okay. Now it's so cool. We're hanging out here. Well, I was gonna say backstage, but we're actually in the actual trailer you guys are on the road with. Jacob Official, Hemp Official is what I call him now because of Instagram. I'm stuck to that name, Jacob Hemp Official from Soja. It's all about the show tonight, Toad's Place. Now it's so cool talking to you because we actually spoke on the phone before.
Yes.
And one of the coolest things that you said to me on the phone, and this is what I want to start with, is the fact you told me you never been to Jamaica.
Never been to
Now
Jamaica.
I'm doing this vlog because I'm hosting Sting this year. So before I say anything else, all I'm going to say to you is Boxing Day Jamaica. I want to see you in Jamaica. That's where I want Boxing Day.
Boxing
Day.
Okay.
That will be the day after Christmas.
Okay. All right.
It's only the biggest stage show in Jamaica.
Okay.
So it'll be like equivalent to you going swimming with your parents and they're throwing you in the ocean. That will be the musical equivalent
Boxing
to dance
Day.
hall.
I got it.
Yes, Sting.
Fantastic.
So you're going to come.
I might come as like a spectator.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were going to put me on the stage.
No.
I don't want to get bottled. Not that Jamaicans are known for bottling people. I'm not trying to stereotype anyone. I just
it's
don't.
Too late, Jacob.
It's
too late. And actually, this is a stage show that's notorious for that. But this year, it's all about the 30th anniversary. It's the longest running stage show. So
Nice.
That's another story.
Congratulations.
But anyway, yes, definitely. Anyway, we're talking to Soja right now, though. If you're not aware who Soja is, they're on the Billboard charts. They're a reggae band who's actually been touring all over the world, bringing really great music to all kinds of people everywhere, every demographic, every genre, every race, every type of music lover. They have a fan that loves their music. And that's the thing I love about you. So tell me how Soja began.
We began as kids. We began as listening to my cousins gave me a couple reggae records. And my dad gave me a Bob Marley record, and he said, you got to pay attention to what this guy's saying, he's ahead of his time. And I listened to it, and I was always into music with Bobby Lee and the other guys in the band. We found reggae, and we found it to be bigger than just music. We found it to be music where these people were concerned about changing the world, and when you looked in Bob Marley's eye, you could tell that he really believed that he could change the world one step at a time. And that for us was a huge deal. So we started going to a bingy house in DC and started our band, and we would play. It's funny because I think normally it's black guys in a reggae band playing for white people.
Yeah.
For us, it was white people in a reggae band playing for black people. And so we loved it, and it took us a while to figure out what our purpose was in the reggae movement, but I think we finally found it. And somebody in the bingy house told me one time, the leader, Ross Mugabe, he said, you know, don't try to be like us. You know, you got to try to be like you, because everybody needs to hear this message that we all talk about. And he said, if we could have someone who looks like you and talks like you, doing these same things that we're trying to do and change the world and make it a better place, we might actually achieve that goal. And that stayed with me forever. And so I hope that we're finding our role in reggae.
Sometimes like it's not right. People out there with no food at night, and we say we care but we don't, so we all lie. What if there's more to this, and one day we become what we do, not what we say. We end up in all the shit that they're in, and roles are reversed and it was different. And we were the ones with nothing to eat. We were the ones with blood in our street. We were the ones with only our watching on TV. We were the ones broke down and torn, with our life our back and our wife in our arms. And they were the ones like, damn, that's so sad. And we were the ones like, nothing ever changes.
The coolest thing is that you understand and you're not trying to shy away from the fact that you are able to reach a wider demographic, and it is partially racial, not fully, because we all know the music that you actually bring. But I mean, I love the fact that you're able to understand that, hit it head on, and say, "Look, we're utilizing it for good." You know,
people are afraid of the race issue because it makes everyone uncomfortable. Because it
doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Doesn't make me uncomfortable. I'm white. Doesn't bother me.
I didn't know.
But
really? Okay.
But people always, I don't even know what I am. But people have always, I think it's always been a problem because people see someone different than them, and they feel very competitive towards them, and they don't see the fact that 99.9% of our DNA is all identical to each other, and that, you know, when something happens in Brazil, it has an effect on North America, it has an effect on Africa, and these things that we do in our lives, whether we show love to others or whether we show competition and hatred and greed toward others, this really shapes the world that we live in. And I think reggae has got a good notion that that is true. And you know, if I'm white, if I'm black, if I'm Asian, if I'm Hispanic, if I'm Indian, if I'm Native American, if I'm
alien.
Yeah, if I'm an alien.
Yes.
If I'm a First Nation person,
there you go.
know, if I'm an alien. But those are things. But no matter who it is, we all live on this earth together, and we all have the power to make it the most beautiful place anyone's ever seen, and we also all have the power, as we can see today, to completely destroy it and starve the people.
Yes.
And the people die, while the rich guys get
richer.
And the poor guys get
poorer. and that's something that I think people fail to understand. Like what Bob Marley was doing and what a lot of the forefounders were doing with music was finding an escape from the reality of what was being dealt.
Well, they were being leaders.
Yes.
You didn't have to vote them in. You didn't have to get tricked by Congress.
No.
BP Oil couldn't pay them off. They were leaders that were voted in by the people, and the people said, we need this guy because we think that he's right. You look at Gandhi, you look at Jomo Kenyatta, you look at Nelson Mandela, you look at Desmond Tutu, you look at any one of these great, Mother Teresa, these great minds, they all had the same spirit, and the spirit was oneness. They all knew that we were connected. Bob Marley knew that he was connected to everyone. And people see what they see with their eyes. They saw that he kind of looked white and kind of looked black. So Bob had a power to talk to everyone. But your eyes can only see a little bit.
Yeah.
And Bob knew that we were all, I mean, one love.
That's the one thing that I think people should really be able to understand a little bit better is that everyone is different, but that's okay.
That's what we're supposed to be.
Right.
We're not supposed to be.
So you're supposed to be, if you're an uptight person and you like things in order, nothing's wrong with that. That's who you're supposed to be that way. Right. And if you see people, you know, who are on the different side, they're just more free-spirited and but they're happy and all.
They're supposed to be
They're supposed to be like that. And that's okay.
I'm telling you, good for you.
I love that.
Good for you.
I think I like it.